Heyo, this is EonShiKeno back with some more StarCraft 2 action for you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first player in the top right corner of Derelict Watcher. He's going to be in green and playing Terran. It is Lucifron. And his opponent for this Group A part of DreamHack Winter is going to be our red Zerg player, Liquid's TLO. Liquid TLO had a really great weekend. He got top 4, if I recall correctly, at IEM San Paulo, I think. Ended up losing to, I think it was, I want to say MC. It was MC or it was Hero. So I can't remember who actually knocked him out of the tournament, but he did really well. Definitely a very, top 4 for any foreigner in a major StarCraft event like that is pretty good. So happy to see TLO doing well and getting top 4 finish there. So we got a TVZ, a Lucifron, working on some gas over here. We'll see what he's going to play with. TLO, he's making an interesting path here with his Overlord. Heading all the way up here, and then he's just going to chill out up here to check that out later. Now, I wonder about his, reason for going this way. I wonder if it's just to, he's going up this way to scout out any type of proxy barracks, or what the idea is. Because if you're just going to go from here, straight up here to this location, you can kind of cut through the middle. But my guess is he kind of just does this to kind of scout out any type of proxy buildings that happen to be up here in this area, or over here, just a little bit longer of a path, because this Overlord doesn't need to get up to that position too terribly early. So pool already going down, Reaper being built, so we're going to have Reaper opening here, pretty standard play versus a Zerg player. Hatch down for TLO, following this up with a spawning pool. Something's wrong with the mouse. Looks like Lucifron got that figured out. TLO, he's pumped, go, 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 all caps. TLO loving the caps. I mean, his name is in all caps, so it kind of makes sense, right? The little one in all caps. And he's coming out here with the worker and scouting out in the front of his base, so maybe looking for a barrack. I mean, not a barracks, but a bunker. I'm not sure why he went out to right just this far to scout. He definitely is kind of worried about these proxy buildings, because he has scouted around the map, but he sees the Reaper there. He knows the Reaper is oncoming. Going to make a couple Zerglings for those guys going to come out. 2 Queens coming out after that. A second Reaper being built on the way. Another command center being built at the low ground, very safe position there, and another gas going up. So now the Reaper is going to head on into the main. Let's see what he can actually accomplish here. 4 Zerglings going to deter this Reaper, and with the Zerglings are on the creep, it's really hard for this Reaper to manage to take out one of those Zerglings if the Reaper has got pretty good control and manages to take out one. And if all he does is take out like 1 or 2 Zerglings, it's pretty much considered to be a fairly good outcome for the Zerg player. You definitely don't want to lose any drones. And he's got the Queens out now, so even with 2 Reapers, it's going to be hard for him to get a kill. Let's see what he's going to do here. TLO going to move his drone. He's actually going to lose 1 drone, but the Reapers might be trapped at this point. One of them gets caught. He actually goes down, and now the Zerglings are up here on the main ground. They don't have speed. Another Zergling bites the dust, but 1 drone, 1 Zergling, or sorry, 2 Zerglings for a Reaper. It's pretty even trade so far. And now that guy's going to fall back and do some healing up. So we're going to have some Hellions opening here from Lucifron, already making a starport. So let's see if he's going to do some type of, maybe some drop action with that. 2 Hellions coming out here. And going to make a tech lab on that barracks. Hasn't yet made any other barracks, though. Starting to wall off at the front of his base there. It's going to be useful. Queen's now pushing out Overlords, moving out as well. Let's see, he's got 2 gas here at the main. Unfortunately, he's got 1 too many of the guys there in the gas. And making some more gas here at the natural as well. 1 Spine Crawler going to go up. That's going to do pretty well versus these Hellions. That is, unless he drops him in the main. But hasn't yet moved to make a medevac. He's actually going for a swap. And this could actually be, this is more than likely Banshee play. Very rarely do we see Ravens coming out this early. And there's the Banshee. So Hellions, Banshee, pretty good combination for a Terran player. And this Reaper is trying to just get into the main to do some scouting, but unfortunately gets taken out there. TLO doing a good job of keeping that under control. Now the Overlords for TLO are out and about. They're kind of spread out around the map in pretty good situations. Taking 3rd base right now. And this is going to be the point where Lucifron tries to control the creep, and he's going to manage to take one down and get the second one. Yep, good job there. Not going to get that third one up here, but it looks like another one got canceled. So, pretty effective creep denial so far. Queen's just going to have to go back to duty on that. So now we're going to have more of the, actually another command center being placed. And he's actually going to get scouted out by this slow overlord. So he sees the Banshee coming. He saw the tech being researched. So he's going to have more than enough time. Look at this. 2 Spore Crawlers going down. 1 in the natural, 1 in the main. He's got a wall off here at the front. That's going to be very easy to hold. Speed close to being done. And, you know, at this point, there's not much Lucifron can do with this push. He can kind of run up the ramp and do a little bit of damage, but with the 2 Queens here and this Spine Crawler, he's just going to be kind of left to his own devices out here in the front of the base, killing off the creep tumors using those scans. And now comes the Banshee, and let's see what he's going to do. He's going to go for a fight. No, that Spine Crawler just does way too much damage for those Hellions. Third base is just about done, popping up there. Zergling's going for a run by, going to head out top of the map, kind of manage to sneak on out there. And what does really Lucifron have to deal with this? He's got a Marine in his main, and that's it. These Zerglings, there's not that many, but these guys can actually do a lot of damage because there's all these unprotected SCVs, and he doesn't have his wall up yet. The SCVs are just running for their life. 1 Marine come down to save the day. The SCV is now forced to fight. That Marine dies so quickly. He did manage, I think, take out 2 Zerglings there. But these just a couple of Zerglings have done irreparable damage to Lucifron. Look at all those low HP workers, not to mention all the ones he's killed so far. Let's check it out there. So 9 worker kills. That's pretty good for, I think, like 6 Zerglings. And that's just what happens whenever you don't finish your wall off. You know, if he would have put this command center right there and put maybe 1 more supply depot, he would have had the wall off complete, but that was a very expensive mistake that Lucifron just had to pay for. So TLO already creeping up the possible 3rd locations for Lucifron. Easily sitting on his 3rd base here, throwing up a Spore Crawler. He has to worry about those Banshees. Has a Baneling nest up, which will be nice. Making a Spire as well, getting the upgrades. Going to get the melee upgrade, so we're going to see, you know, Zerglings with their upgrades along with the Mutalisks more than likely. So the Banshees do show up right as the Spore Crawler finishes, and they will fall back. And let's see how many kills those guys manage to rack up. It's like 4 on one and 2 on the other, so 6 so far. That's pretty good as long as he keeps those guys alive. He needs to rack up a couple more kills here to make these guys effective, and you know, as well as you know, add them into his army later on. But now look at this. The Overseer is out. There's 5 Mutalisks out, and these Banshees really need to run home. You know, at about the 11-minute mark, you definitely need to start worrying about Mutalisks, considering he hasn't seen any roaches at this point. And these Banshees looking like they're gonna be dead here pretty soon. Lucifron's, you know, kind of running the razor's edge with these Banshees. They're kind of just going to come in here, do some scouting, but they're going to be spotted out, actually out of energy on that one Banshee. That guy's going to go down. Now he's going to get some free pot shots on the Banelings. Both Banelings go down. The 3rd one takes a nap, even picking off some more drones. And I'm surprised, you know, he's kind of just sacrificing these losses here, kind of just to surprise his opponent with these Mutalisks. And these Mutalisks, these are going to do a lot of damage. He's got no, oh my god, he's got no missile turret. He's got no missile turret. These are going to do even more damage than those Zerglings did. And now TLO with the surprise attack. This is so cool. I've actually, I don't think I can ever remember a player sacrificing forces like that to surprise with a mute attack, knowing that there's Banshees in his base. Now two desperate panic missile turrets are being built. Those get taken out very quickly. Marines now hurry up to move to defend the natural. And now he's going to move straight down to the 3rd, where there are 2 missile turrets up, but not in position to defend this. As long as he keeps those Mutalisks on the top at the same time. We have an attack coming out, making its way forward, but the Banelings are going to be there. The Medevacs are there to heal, but the Zerglings clean up all of that. Still a very high number of Mutalisks left alive. Let's see how many kills he's got. He was at 9, now he's at 28. He needs to watch out. Those Widow Mines haven't yet burrowed, but there they go. They're going to burrow now. That's going to be safe. And he's just kind of flying over the rest of those Marines. And TL looking for a way out of there. Managed to do a lot of damage while staying off the attack from Lucifron at his natural. So the gig is up, and he's aware the Mutalisks are out now. And this medevac actually might get picked off before too many of those Marines. Yes, only 3 of those guys get out there, and he's going to be able to manage to take out the 2nd one after those Zerglings deal with those combat shielded Marines. Now we have a big force here from Lucifron pushing out across the map. Actually, not that too big. Let's check the army supply while we're at it. 55 versus 73, so the armor supply actually favoring Lucifron. But we can see a lot of production coming out of TLO, and look at that, he's getting a great surround there. Bailing's rolling in there. The Bailings do have their upgrade, but a good spread from Lucifron. It's going to force TLO to fall back, and now he's just pushing forward. He's going to throw some scans down. Kind of getting a little ahead of himself there with that scan. He's got some pre-crims in front of him to go here. There goes a better scan. Bailing's now rolling in. Spread goes down there for Lucifron. Bailings connect very well, and that's going to clean up the majority of the forces here from Lucifron, and Lucifron's forced to use that turbo, get that medevac out of there, but slowly the nitrous runs out, and he's going to be taken out. But not after doing a little bit of damage there with those Marines. So he's got his third up, kind of low on SCVs. He's got his natural up, which is also low on SCVs. And his main, which is also low on SCVs. He's got nothing in the gas here. So economy definitely favoring our Zerg player, now sitting on 4 bases. Look at the Harvesters, 90 versus 43. I don't know where those drones are going. I'm not sure where those drones were going there. But maybe he just thought he had too many at this point. I don't think so. I think that was just a misclick. He probably had a rally there from his layer and lost those drones. But setting up some defense at the 4th one to keep this thing alive, but a lot of Zerglings, Bailings moving in toward these Marines. Not much to defend. Those guys are just running back. No medevacs to pick them up. But he does have a couple of reinforcements showing up. These fights, I don't think they're going very well for Lucifron. They can check the losses here. 6,500 versus 6,100. Sure, the Terran player is being a little bit more cost-effective, but you have to be a lot more cost-effective. Terrible grammar. I apologize for my horrible grammar. I'm almost positive that's completely incorrect way to say that, but whatever. Anyways, let's see. Production going away is making some upgrades. He's got his armory up. So good upgrades from TLO, working on his 3-3. The Terran player just now starting his 3 attack upgrades. Burrow, Infestors coming along the way too. Mutalisks do scout out this force, moving down towards the 3rd, but they're going to have to run into a nice spine crawler wall. Marines stemming forward, get an eyeful of those spine crawlers, and they will just shoot in there forward. I got to Alright, enough of that. Oh, okay, good, I didn't miss anything. Okay, so we're just kind of setting up position there on that high ground. Fungal goes down, but does only manage to hit 4 guys. Now there, TLO's going to run forward. The Widowmine does make a pretty good connect, but he's forced to fall back. 2 more Widowmines are in the back that are on cooldown. Those guys can shoot forward. Can launch a little, what are those actually called? I'm not sure. They launch a missile. They just shoot a missile. I thought it was going to be something a little bit more fancier than they shoot a missile, but anyways, here we go. Lucifron, he really can't. He doesn't have the forces to do anything here. You know, his best option is kind of just delay here, force his opponent to maybe fall into these Widow Mines and attack with this force that's heading to the 3rd. Or is it? There it is. So this force heading to the 3rd here is kind of, you know, divide and conquer in this position. There's so many. Look at all these spore crawlers. There's 4 spore crawlers up here. And the medevacs just get completely shredded. The Zerglings move in to clean out the rest of the forces. And pretty much a lot of the stuff here. TLO doing a pretty good job of splitting his forces. Lucifron's still trying to push forward on this 4th base. He's got to, you know, moving these Widow Mines forward. The Marines are pushing forward here as well. The 2-2 upgrades. And now we have the Ultras in the fight. And that Ultra can tank those Widow Mine shots all day long. And TLO is just doing a supreme job of defending both of his bases here. And that Ultra just makes mincemeat of all these Widow Mines. Pushing forward, big attack here. Zerglings run straight into there. A lot of Widow Mines actually burrow, then connect. Too many forces. That's going to force TLO to fall back until the reinforcements have ride. And he's going to lose both of his Overlords. Or Overseers, rather. Nope, they're just going to fly right on over there. And now with these, he's got Ultras, he's got Banelings, he's got Mutalisks. He can kind of just move at this point. TLO has a lot of stuff, but an attack down here at the bottom, another drop. Nothing left to defend with that, but there's so many forces here in the front of the base. Lucifron drops a GG, and TLO comes out of that game victorious. Pretty much from start to finish, TLO had that on lockdown. So that was the first game of this best of 3 series. For DreamHack Winter, make sure to stay tuned for game number 2, which will be up on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/EonShiKeno. Also, you can check out my new Hearthstone series, where it's just me playing Arena, having fun playing Arena. I do okay. I definitely have a lot of room to grow. It's been a while since I played trading card games, but you know, I've had a lot of fun with Hearthstone. So if you're interested in checking that out, go ahead and check that out. I post those videos every Friday and Saturday. There'll be a new episode of Hearthstone Arena Run. And that's it for me, guys. See you later.